I think my message to newly bereaved parents, I have a couple. It's hard to kind of put everything into kind of one message, but I mean, certainly first and foremost, that you're not alone. And I know that's so, I mean, I feel like you hear that about so many different things, but it's so true, that there are people out there that, number one, have been through the same thing as you, can help you understand what you're going through, and who can be there as a support for you. And with that, I would say, don't be afraid to seek out help. Know that you are going to need it. You're going to need it emotionally. You're going to need it physically. And don't be afraid to break down. I mean, that happens, and don't be afraid to take the space that you need to take care of yourself. And it does get better. And I think that that's one thing that I certainly learned, is that with the help that I got, I was able to understand how to make sense of what happened and make sense of my life, kind of from that point forward. And also, I think, whatever journey that you go on next, don't be afraid to dedicate yourself to it. If that's trying for another child, great. If that's trying to adopt a child, great. If that's not having any children, that's great. But just kind of make sure that you dedicate yourself to that, and don't be afraid to do it, because it can be scary and hard. But in the end, it makes you kind of a more whole person. I mean, having a loss is absolutely horrible. But I think that, in a lot of ways, in some respects, it's helped me to be, I was already a pretty compassionate person, but it's helped me to be even more compassionate towards people, and never take people for granted, and never kind of assume what's happened to someone. So it's made me, I think, a better person, in a lot of ways, and I really attribute that to him. So, it's going to feel absolutely horrible. It's going to feel like the worst thing. It is the worst thing that's ever happened to you. That's true, but there's good things about it too. There's good things you can find in it too.